Hello Cules, it's Pablo here and welcome back to Barca Universal. Following our brilliant victory over Juventus just last Wednesday, Barcelona are already playing again. We're back in action this time in La Liga Santander, and it is going to be an away trip to Alaves. It's a really interesting game. It's a vital one in all truth, and we've actually only managed to pick up 1 point from possible 9 available in our last 3 La Liga fixtures. So against Alaves, it's a vital fixture. It has to be a win, so let's get started. And this one is going to be an evening kickoff on the Saturday, 9 PM local time, 8 PM over here in the UK, and it is going to be, like I say, away from home to Alaves. And actually, it's our first La Liga fixture of the season where you probably go into it and think, well, this could actually be more comfortable. Maybe we'll be dominating. Maybe we'll be winning by like 3-0 here or something. Because if you look back at our other fixtures, guys, and with all due respect to Alaves, I am expecting a really, really tough 90 minutes here. But look at our previous fixtures, guys. It's been nothing short of a brutal start to the season. This is probably the first one we go into, and we're nearly in November now, for goodness sake. It's one of the first ones we go into and think, yeah, let's see if we can dominate this game. Let's get some goals. Let's not worry about what they can do going against us the other way. And, you know, maybe our defence will have a little bit more of a calmer day at the back, let's say, because, well, some of the fixtures we've had, like I've just said, have been really, really tough. So this should be a win. Let's make sure we go ahead and take advantage of this and wrap up a nice victory. But let's actually start with Alaves then, who currently sit 15th in La Liga right now, although the league table positioning isn't really much to go by in these opening games. Having said that, 15th is probably where you'd expect them to finish. Alaves usually finish along those sorts of lines. You know, they sometimes linger with relegation, they sometimes push a little higher up the table, and honestly, all in all, they're just one of those decent La Liga teams. They've actually lost already 4 times this season. Having said that, they've then won 2 of their last 3, so Alaves, you know, it's up, it's down, it's sometimes good, it's sometimes poor, meaning they come into this one on a little bit of momentum because they've done decently in their last fixtures, but we will know, guys, and we should know that Alaves can be got at. It's not an amazing team, it's not outstanding, it's not like some of the ones we've been playing in the last few weeks. We should be comfortable here, we should find our rhythm, let's get some goals, let's get some good football. And let's look at Alaves in more detail, actually, because they're managed now by Pablo. He was a manager you guys may actually remember. He used to manage Girona about 3 or 4 seasons ago now, also Sevilla in a past campaign, not long ago also before Lopetegui came in, and he's an interesting manager. I don't think he's a bad one, but just how is he going to set up Alaves? How is the game going to pan out? And honestly, Machín, maybe when he came in, you'd think, does he go to the back 3 that he likes? Does he change a few things? But no, Alaves have really stayed with a 4-4-2 shape, and I suppose that's the sort of thing they're going to do against Barcelona. They're going to try and make this game into more of a scrap, anything more than a football match, if you like. You know, they'll try and get something off Barcelona. They'll try and make this into more of a battle than a football match. And I think they know that they can get something from this game. If they make it hard, if they make it difficult, if they really pounce on us, knowing that we could be tired from midweek, you know, we've got some injuries right now also, I think Alaves will just be thinking that they've got something up their sleeve here. Can they get an approach that works to absolute perfection? That'll be what Machín has to find out. Do they go for a complete low block and just see if they can soak up pressure and hope that Barcelona get frustrated that way? And, well, that will work as long as Barcelona don't play with high tempo. If we don't play with high tempo and Alaves put a low block, you're going to be there all night, guys, and the ball's not going to go in the back of the net. Maybe, though, Alaves come out a little bit more. Let's see what Machín does, of course. Maybe they come out just a little bit more of a medium block, a bit more pressing, a bit more intensity. Then that's when Barcelona have to pounce, in my opinion. If we've got players like Dembélé, Ansu Fati, and Alaves try to come out a little bit more, we have to pounce. We simply have to. And I'm looking for a professional performance in Barcelona. I really am. It has to be a win, like I've said. Alaves, that we've mentioned, they're not, you know, a sparkling team in La Liga. They're nothing special at all. They've got dangerous attackers for sure in Lucas Perez and also Joselu. You look at some other guys they got off the bench like Edgar Mendes also, who's not a bad player. And yes, they can be hard to break down. When they get in their block, they can be solid, they can be a little bit physical. They can make this into a tough game. But for Barcelona, it's all about doing a professional job here. It has to be 3 points in La Liga. Let's see what sort of Alaves we come out against. Is it going to be a medium block, even a higher block, or is it going to be that low block that Barcelona may hate on the evening? But let's see all of that, guys. And now let's move on to ourselves in Barcelona. Because if we look at how we've been doing of late, let's start with no other place than midweek, because we were absolutely wonderful against Juventus, and I was really, really impressed with Ronald Koeman's side on Wednesday, and some people have said, we should have scored more on another day, we would have lost, but for me that was an exquisite performance away to Juventus, and it's time to follow up with 3 points here. It really is. Like I said earlier, this game is absolutely crucial to Barcelona's season already. I know it's maybe a little bit dramatic, but honestly, it is. If we don't win here, I wouldn't say just get rid of La Liga, but we've basically tossed it to one side. It's as simple as that. We've had a bad start to La Liga. Yes, the schedule has been brutal. It's fair enough. We were bound to drop some points, but this simply has to be a win. It really does. We've already dropped more than enough points in La Liga so far. We've already lost the Clásico at the Camp Nou. We have to catch up now. We have to win this one. And I'm interested to see what sort of side Ronald Koeman puts out. I'm interested to see the way we play also, because we've played on the Wednesday, like we've said, and we now come here on the Saturday evening, and it has to be from minute one, intensity, desire, that risk in our play. We have to go and take the games at Alaves. If we don't, it will turn into another Getafe away from home. We won't get anything from the game, and it will be an absolute disaster in La Liga for Ronald Koeman's side. So this is a crucial match. I'm expecting Koeman to get those players out there on the pitch with their heads screwed on. They've got to go out there with a hungry mentality to wrap up this game. If we're playing against a low block, we have to play with that intensity to unlock it. Look, I'd expect intensity anyway in our play. It's the way we like to do things with Koeman. But if we're playing against that low block, you have to have solutions to unlock it. I'm looking at maybe Messi balls over the top to Alba, players running for the ball, making little runs into good positions, giving our players options when they are on the ball to create things, because if we're all static, if we're all standing still, if we have no width in our play, and Alaves set up a low block, my goodness me, we're going to be in for a long evening, guys. So I'm looking for the quickness in our play. If Alaves come out a bit more, then we surely must have exploited that. I'm looking at, like I said earlier, Dembélé and Ansu Fati for that sort of thing. If they do come out a bit more, either way, Dembélé and Ansu have to be on those wings. They have to be pushing their fullbacks back. They have to be pressuring Alaves and getting them behind their defence. And I think both of them could be absolutely imperative to winning this fixture for Barcelona. And it is an important one. It may feel like, hey, it's Alaves away, let's just stroll past this and move on. If we do that, we're going to drop points. And that could even basically drop us to La Liga title. So, like I've said a few times, it's a vital game. It has to be a win. And let's go out there and see if we can do it. If we move on to lineup now and team selection for this fixture from Ronald Koeman, honestly, it's very up in the air. It really is. We haven't seen many reports. We don't know what sort of lineup he's going to go for, but we can predict. Let's start. Neto's going to be in goal. Ter Stegen is now back in training, which is a really, really good sign, but Neto will be in between the sticks. At right back and left back, I've put Dest and Jordi Alba. On this one, it's, again, anyone's guess. I would start those two simply because I've said it a lot of times. This game is vital. If you want to rotate fullbacks, I'd almost do it in the Dynamo Kiev game midweek. This has to be a win. And if Alaves make things hard for us, it's going to be a hard win to obtain. So I'd play Dest, I'd play Alba. Do not be surprised to see Jordi Alba rested. You'd imagine Dest would come back in, but does Sergi Roberto keep his spot maybe and Dest goes over to the left? Or does Junior Firpo come in? Let's wait and see. In the heart defence, we've only got two options now. Piqué and Longley are going to start. No other negotiation with that one. Titi's still injured. Araujo's now injured until at least the international break. So that's it, guys. Piqué and Longley, they have to play. In midfield, it gets a little more interesting. I think he's going to take Pjanic out, unfortunately. This is such an interesting one because maybe on form, the best midfield duo to play that works the best would be Pjanic and Busquets. I said in my review of the Juventus game, for me, they were wonderful. I really thought they were absolutely exquisite in the Juventus game, Pjanic and Busquets, but I think he'll bring Busquets back in. Pjanic played the full 90 minutes. I think he'll take Pjanic out, move De Jong back into that midfield, so I think we'll see Busquets and De Jong, but again, that's anyone's guess. Will we even see someone like Alenya? Hey, I doubt it, but maybe. And then the front four, this is what I would go for. Messi, Griezmann, and Ansu Fati, I think will all start nonetheless. I think that's non-negotiable. I really think they will. And then, of course, there's one more spot. And I think that's quite up for grabs, but I would give it to Ousmane Dembélé. For me, he deserves it. Pedri, is Koeman going to take him out? We know he's a favourite of Ronald Koeman's, but I think it's time to give Pedri a little bit of a rest. Trincao, is he going to bench him for yet another game? Maybe. I'd probably bench him here, give Dembélé a game again, and then start Trincao against Dynamo Kiev. That would be the way I go about things, but let's see what Koeman opts for. And I think that's a strong team. I really do. I look at Alaves and I think there's no need to play a conservative winger, if you like. Let's get Dembélé and Ansu out there. Let's get Messi in there. Let's build Griezmann some confidence. I look at that midfield as well. I'd probably start Pjanic, but I think he's going to go with Busquets and De Jong. And then on the fullbacks, guys, Dest and Jordi Alba. We've got options in this team, and I say that every time I do a lineup. We really, really do. We've got players who can hurt opposition, and I'm definitely looking for that tomorrow night. It's a very good team. Will he go for it? We don't know, but let's see what happens. It's a really good lineup, and I think it's more than enough to get us to 3 points. And let's wrap up the video with my prediction now. I've gone for Alaves 0, Barcelona 2. I think we can get a clean sheet here if we're solid, if we're nice and compact at the back. Alaves shouldn't cause us many issues. Let's not turn this into a nightmare game. It's a vital one. It's extremely important. If we play the lineup I've just showed on screen, there's no reason why we can't make this a 3 or 4-0. There really isn't. We've got options all over the pitch. On the bench, we've got players like Trincao, Pedri, even Martin Braithwaite, Conrad de la Fuente is in the squad for this one also. So Barcelona have options. Pjanic also, if he's not starting, can come on. Same goes for De Jong and Busquets. So we have a good squad. We've got a deep squad. We've got options in there, and it has to be a win. It has to be professional. It has to be a performance with our heads screwed on for Barcelona. Let's go out there. Let's get this win. That's where I'm going to end this video, guys. Please do drop a like if you have enjoyed it. Let me know all your thoughts in the comments down below. Keep building this Barca Universal community. We want to get things going over on the YouTube channel. So I look forward to seeing you guys very, very soon. Enjoy the game. I'll be here after it to get rid of all of the questions, all of the doubts. Everything that went on during the game will be here, and it will be after the match has finished. So make sure you guys are sticking around for the review on Saturday evening. I'll see you guys then. Until then, enjoy yourselves, enjoy the game, and goodbye.